Make sure it's, oh, something just came unplugged. Everything just came undone. Hello and welcome back. It's been a minute since I recorded anything on this wiring. I just recorded an outro for last week's video. I really need to get back on, to just recording and getting content. It's really easy to just get after stuff and get stuff done. It's honestly, it's hard to get content and do what you got to do at the same time. It's difficult. So I guess I'm just making an excuse more than anything. I need to do better, and I'm going to try to buckle up and do better. So anyway, this is, I hope you can see this fairly well. This is the rat's nest that I have going on right now. That is the wiring of, the 61. It's a mess. I picked up this harness. It's a 21 circuit, really cheap, off of Amazon, to wire up, lights and everything. And the fact that it's cheap is making itself very obvious. So it's not user friendly. So let's just put it that way. So if I had a recommendation to anybody, don't buy a cheap harness. Spend the extra $100 and a quarter, whatever it is, and get a nice harness. This one was cheap, and I got a wire that. This wire right here, it's a big fat red wire. I'm assuming it's, power into the whole system. But their printer for the wire must have been going bad, because it's just smudged ink. I can't read it at all. Spend the extra money. Get a nice harness. But I did not, and I am paying the price. I do have these 5 wires right here. I have figured out for the headlight switch. That's what I'm working on right now. I've wired up the ignition switch. I still have 2 wires coming in from the Ron Francis that have to go to the ignition switch. I got to get those wired in. I have things pretty well figured out at this point. I have wires going out for headlights, running lights up front, tail lights, brake lights, blinkers, backup lights. So, and I did all that. I didn't videotape any of that wiring for. I ran wires, down through the back, wired up the tail lights, wired up the headlights, and all that. I just didn't record anything. So, and then some of it I have figured out for the steering column. I haven't wired them. I just got them sitting there. For the blinkers and that type of stuff. I am going to wind up redoing the steering column. I got to get it down poking through the firewall a little bit lower so that this comes up, and I need it up into the truck a little bit more. It needs to be up here. I figured that out once I had the seat. I put the seat in here and then and I sat in here, and I was like, man, this is way too low. So I got to go back and redo that. I'm not going to do that today or anything like that, but I'm just going to wire up this headlight switch so I get this headlight switch, and I'm hoping to give it power and just check to make sure that with power I've got headlights, running lights, all that stuff. So anyway, I thought I'd kind of bring you guys along and see what we can get done. All right, I have got such a huge mess going on right now. I can't even find. So I took one of these connectors out. I took the red part off. I had it sitting here, and I don't know where it's gone. And obviously, I don't know why I would have lost it, but it's missing. Thankfully, my coffee is not missing. So this is the switch for this truck, the headlight switch, and this is the plug that goes into it right here. What I've done is I just basically unpinned all the stuff that goes in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these connectors. They'll go into this. They go in nice and tight. You can see that. And then I'll be able to use this as a plug. You can see that it plugs in it. That's just that one connector that's holding that. Hopefully you guys see that. So then I can use this still as a plug. It'll crimp on, and then I'll be able to zip tie all the wires coming through right here, so that just kind of keep things clean. We got a dog that wants to be a part of the video. See what we can get done with this switch. Blue, I'm just pulling these off because I don't need the little plastic part on there, you know what I mean? And then I'm putting this white shrink wrap on there. Okay. Got this new pair of crimpers. I really like them. They work quite well. There's that, and I'm gonna reach around you guys, grab this again. Also new. There we go. Man, there's a lot of dog noise going on right now. Really drives me crazy. It's like, shut up. Hopefully you guys can't hear it like I can hear it. But chances are you probably can. I'm going to shut the camera off for a second because these dogs are going crazy. Now they shut up. Headlights. Headlights is this one right in the middle. I like these crimpers better than my other ones because you know, you get to it from the front. These are my old ones. They strip and then crimp, but you got to put it on this end, you know, like that to crimp it, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So I got those new crimpers, and I like it better, but the issue is that you gotta have two different tools. You gotta have a stripper to strip the wire, and then you gotta have a crimper. But I'm okay with that. Okay. Tail. Look at my diagram here. This is the last one I have, which I believe is front running lights. We'll look at it here in a second. Well, I can see it right now. It's like front park. So that is that of it. That looks good, honestly. Not bad. And then this guy just needs to be rebent a little bit so that it will grab that better. Same with this one, I think. Do the same with this one if I can get it apart. It's like a second ago it just, okay. Okay, there's the switch. Got another zip tie. This video is probably getting long again, like I mentioned that I didn't want to do. This clip, anyway. Okay, that looks good. Oh, this thing freaked me out. There was this one sitting here. What? Did I miss one? No, I got them on there. Okay. There we go. That is that. Now I'll get this stuck up in there. There's that. This is what my dad warned me about right here. So I should warn you guys that obviously if my dad's going to be watching this and he already knows, but the reason that I have cardboard down is because when you're working, you put this Kills mat stuff down, and then that tar starts seeping out of the cracks, and it likes to grab your clothing. There's where it grabbed my sweater. So put something down, put a piece of cardboard down, and save your clothing. All right, put this up here. Turn yours, look up this way. Can you see now? Oh, batteries indicators turning different colors. Must mean the battery's going to the dead side. We'll go like this. Grab a big screwdriver. I know there's a big screwdriver in this truck. And we screw this on. Oh, okay. Why don't you guys say something to me when I'm putting it all together wrong? That was upside down. It goes like this. Goes this way. And it won't rotate, I don't think, because so I gotta pull it all the way back out. So if you know what I did wrong, you know what I did wrong. If you don't know what I did wrong, well, these switches, the metal part that's got the pin goes to the top, and the fuse panel goes down. That plug that I was wiring all those wires into, that's the original fuse panel for this truck. Okay, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Headlight switch. Off. Running lights, headlights. Okay. 19% battery life. Probably not the best. Let's see if you guys can see what I got going right here. Can you see this thing right here? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. Right now I am in the middle of wiring the blinkers and such for the steering column. I was getting after it, forgetting about the camera and all that. I had the camera sitting on the box in the back of the truck, and some dogs came by here, and my dogs went crazy. Those dogs went crazy. I was yelling at them dogs to go home, and then I came back over here and seen the camera sitting there. I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be recording right now. So I got you guys back in here. I'll show you what I got going. Let me shrink this. Hopefully I can get a quick little video here before this battery dies on the camera. It only had 19% battery just now when I turned it on, so we'll see. This is the fourth wire that I got for this, going right in here. Oops, turn it this other way. Okay, and so I don't know if you guys can see this. Really what I did is I got a zip tie and then two small zip ties to keep those straight, so if those unplug for whatever reason, they're still in the direction I need them. And so I'm going to do the same thing here. I'll just zip tie that to it. Get a little zip tie, put it right there. I don't think that zip tie is going to get any tighter than that. That looks pretty good. Snip that off. And I'll get this green one. So just unpin it. Where it went. Pull that one out. Throw it off to the side. Grab the green one that I have plugged over there. Bring it around. They supplied me with these. I don't know what these are for, but they don't work for this application. So basically I'm just checking length, chopping it off, stripping it, piece of this shrink tube. Grabbing red. I'm still just using the red. It's just about perfect size for that. Crimping that on there. This is probably just super boring to watch, but it's what I'm doing right now, and so I'm either going to video record what I'm doing, or I'm not going to be video recording. So might as well be getting content out there. More than anything, the zip ties, I'm just doing this to keep everything, you know, if it comes unplugged, which they're not pinned in here, right? I don't have them pinned in there now, so if it happens to come unplugged, I don't have to try to figure out, like, where'd everything go again, you know? And I have them in order, and they just go right back into where they came out. Last one. I figured all this out a few days ago, like which wires go where. So, and then I plugged them, you know, temporarily in over there, and so basically I'm just pulling them out one at a time and putting them where I plugged them in, not double checking myself or anything, which you might think, well, you probably should, but I'm not. Every wire I get closer. Make sure it's, oh, something just came unplugged. Everything just came undone. Well, that's good, as long as everything's coming unplugged at the same time. Okay. There we go. So there you have it. That one I just did looks like it's maybe not in there far enough, and I just zip tied it down. So let's see if I can scooch it. There we go. Hopefully that works. My battery went dead on that last clip, and it's been a few days, and I've decided, since I have plenty of footage for that to make a video, I'm just gonna basically, you know, an outro video, and hopefully the next video that you guys see is going to be a startup video for this truck. I did get the harness, this small group, from Ron Francis. This is the fuel pump driver module, and apparently there's two different styles of plugins for this, and the one they sent me the first time was way different. So I got a hold of them. They sent me the correct one. I'm going to get that wired up, and once I have that wired up, that's obviously fuel pump stuff. I will be pretty red. There's a couple of little things that I got to get, and then I think I'm going to be ready to try to start this truck. So I am hoping that the next video that you see from me will be a startup video on this truck. I'm you know, if you've been following my channel at all in this build on this truck, this has been quite a long time coming. I started this build 2 years ago. I've had the truck for 7 years. It sat here in my yard untouched for 5 years. I'm not sure how long it sat at my dad's place, but this truck has not been running in at least 15, 20 years, I would say. I would say 15 is probably not a problem, but I would say it's probably close to 20 years. So it's going to be a big deal for the truck, if the truck had feelings at all, honestly. But it is going to be a big deal for me. I've put a lot of time and effort into this, and so I'm ready to hear this truck start up. And if it starts up, which it will, I'm that much closer. I got to rebuild the transmission. I got to redo the exhaust and some other small stuff. And then this truck will be drivable, which would be absolutely awesome. So anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. You got something to say, leave it in the comments. And until next time, have a blessed week, and remember that Jesus loves you. Thanks for watching.